Hey, thanks for checking out the spiritual gifts assessment below. I hope that it's really a blessing to you. The point of the spiritual gifts assessment really is it kind of serves two purposes. One is for you, so that you know you've thought through prayerfully how you are wired and the unique things that God has put inside of you. You are completely, you're like a snowflake. You're completely different from anybody else in this world, and God knew that, and he intentionally designed you that way. And the other thing is, for spiritual gifts, the intent is not for us to keep our gifts. That's what the parable of the talents is all about. If we're afraid and we bury that gift, it doesn't do us any good, and it doesn't do anybody else any good either. And so the point of this is to really evaluate, who am I, what are my gifts, and then how does God want me to use those gifts in the context of my life. And kind of the resource that God has given us to do that is ministry, is the church. That's his you know thing that he uses, the body of Christ, to see his kingdom purposes move forward and advanced and fulfilled. So would you really just pray through this, really think about your answers, spend some time on it. As soon as you go through this, and submit it, it's going to email you so that you have a copy of your answers, and so you can take that and print it out and look it over and consider it. I hope that you will talk to others about this as well, and even ask those around you, hey, what do you see in me? What do you think that are ways that I can be better used for God's purposes? And one other thing, there are some questions below about revelatory gifts. And the reason why I included those is because sometimes, those are kind of an extra faith step, I think, a lot of times. Gifts like, prophetic, or, the word of knowledge, also speaking in tongues, those kind of things. Those you have to almost practice to experience them. And at least in the context of our church, we want to be a place where we can explore those things without feeling fearful or judged or awkward. Those are gifts that God has given, and we don't want to neglect those or deny those. And those are those things that people just don't step out and do normally. But I want to encourage you to really consider that. Really, maybe step out and explore some of those revelatory gifts as you're praying for someone, or you might have an insight to share with your pastor or leader at your church. But I hope that you'll be open to that. And then finally, just really consider, God, where do you have me in this season of my life, and where can I really be effectively used for your glory and for your purposes, and to really kind of spread the love, right? So I hope this is a blessing to you. Let me know how it goes. Thanks.